How's it going, guys? This is Michael. Robin Ortega is just a kind of a fake name I made up. But I just wanted to make a quick video and tell you guys I was just trying to look and sound as bad as I could yesterday when I made a video. Like, I just wanted to look and sound as bad as I could, basically. So I think I did a pretty good job too. I looked pretty stupid. I was walking around the house all pacing around and stuff, just pacing as much as I could on purpose, just to exaggerate. Just to exaggerate kind of how, I don't know, how my acting ability is. And I'm not really an actor. I don't want to be an actor. I don't want to be famous ever. Number one, that's what I want to say with this video right now. But I only act in my house. I only roleplay characters inside my house. I don't go out in public and roleplay characters. I think that's insane. Unless it's just me and my friends joking around, then I'll do like a Sean Connery voice or some other voice, just anybody's voice, celebrity voice or something, to make people laugh. But I would never use my abilities to harm anyone or to... I'm basically harmless. I wouldn't even hurt a fly. I mean, I released a horse fly at my job the other day outside. So I'm pretty docile. I'm extremely docile in my natural state, in my undrugged natural state of mind. I'm a very docile individual. But I just wanted to upload that video to this channel to make sure that people that watch this channel, a very few, if any, that watch this channel. I'm not making this channel for popularity. I'm just making it to kind of mess around. But I paced around yesterday, acted silly, just to kind of let people view what exactly I was turned into after the experiences that I've had in my life. It really wore me down and turned me into a lot. Because I noticed all my friends, they have very cozy, comfortable lives in comparison to me. It seems like they've always had somebody there to get them a car, somebody to co-sign for a loan, somebody to help them out. And my family did a great job raising me. I'm not saying that I was raised wrong, because I was raised the right way. But we weren't rich. My mom was not rich. I didn't have anyone to co-sign for a loan. So, you know, that's the reason I've aged more. That's the reason that I am more damaged, I guess you could say. And I found out quite a few things recently that explain all of it. It's the keys to every problem in my life that I've ever had, basically. So I'm just kind of a bag of meat and bones, which is on the earth right now, existing somehow, still. But just wanted to let people know that. So that way they can't say, oh, you know, I'm a danger or whatever to society, or, you know, people have always made fun of me. Found every weakness that they can in the place that I live, so I'm used to being bullied. I'm kind of like a dog that's been beaten in a chamber for a long time. So that's why I'm like I am, basically. I say basically a lot. Put a basically counter at the bottom of the screen. And every time I say basically, it can beep. Anyways, back to what I was saying. All fictional character roleplays take place inside the house, and they're only for cinematic purposes or entertainment purposes. I don't act out things, and I don't actually believe. I don't take orders from fictional characters. I'm not gone down a loophole of insanity or black hole of insanity. I'm just trying to foster some acting skills so I can entertain people, because I like to entertain people, but I don't want to be famous. That's the thing. I don't want to be well known. I don't want to be a celebrity, you know, and have all these followers. I never want that in my life, ever. No matter what. Ever. Because to me, it's a vulnerability in this society. But, you know, people do it and get by with it just fine, so I can't say anything. I think all the celebrities are pretty awesome. I mean, I don't see them doing anything messed up. I see them supporting good things all the time. I see them making donations all the time. So I can't say I hold anything against anyone on the earth individually for this, because it's just where I grew up at. It's just my town. The town I lived in didn't understand me because, well, just I was a poor kid who was taken out of town, brought back to town, taken out of town. Because of getting switched around from schools at an early age, I got switched around for 3 different schools when I was a kid, so that interfered with my growth and development a little bit. And then I got into the whole injury thing, which got me discharged from the Army, and then I got into a really, really, really bad relationship, and all this just chain reaction of negative events has happened to me. Excuse me. But, just wanted to make this video to make sure people know, though. I'm not crazy. I'm just kind of a social entertainer, but I do so on a small level, by choice. Because I could be all over YouTube making videos for attention and stuff, having all these followers, which I never want to do. So, just remember, if anyone says and uses that video as evidence against me or whatever, it says that, oh, I'm acting and blah, 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 because you got to think, the only reason I'm saying this is because this is what people do to me in this town. Well, that's what people have done to me in this town. Pretty much my whole life is just, not everybody, but select few characters that I became friends with, just kind of manipulate me, sabotage me, basically nitpick every single thing I am. Every skin cell in my body gets nitpicked when I'm around certain people, and they're constantly nitpicking everything, and I don't even care. I can't even get angry about it, because I know the only reason those people are nitpicking me is because they're insecure about themselves, and they have their own inner problems that they haven't faced yet, and they're blaming me for those problems. They need to scapegoat me to make themselves feel better, which I don't even care about, really. I mean, the only things that I'm even sad about when I look back in the past, I see how people manipulated my psychology, my mental well-being. They turned my mental body into a runt, basically a blackened seed in the ground that couldn't sprout. That's kind of like what all the negative people that I've encountered in my life are to me. They're mold on the seed, and I'm just taking a paint scraper and just kind of taking the mold off of my seed right now. And I'm putting this up on YouTube only for my closest friends and family. I don't plan on showing this to anybody besides them. And if other people see it, I don't care. I'm not going to put on makeup and put on eyeliner and be cover girl for this. I'm not going to be cover guy. I'm not going to be anything for this. I'm not going to censor or hide any piece of what I am at this point, because I don't know why. It's just an instinct, I guess. Either way, I've got to tell you that I've got to reiterate one last time before I end the video that I'm a social entertainer. I like to make people laugh. I like to make people experience happiness and humor, all the positive things that are in the human emotion spectrum. So I want to see people at the light side, and I want to see people laughing and theorizing, thinking, creative, having conversations, having intelligent, intellectual conversations instead of out there making fun of each other, nitpicking each other. Just there's ways. I mean, nitpicking does help certain people identify qualities that are negative about them, but there's some people that just do it just be straight up bullies, that they nitpick everybody they see, but they never nitpick themselves. They never nitpick themselves. They look in the mirror at night, they don't see anything wrong, but when they go out, they see things wrong with everybody around them. That's the kind of people that I've dealt with. People that have their own inner problems that need to scapegoat others to feel better, and that's basically most of the people in my life that I've gotten close to, with the exception of a few really awesome friends and family members out there who've stood beside me and helped me. Pretty much everybody else I've ever encountered has kind of just put me down, belittled me, nitpicked me, done all this different stuff to me. So, I'm just making this video to stay in contact with certain people that I've told about the channel. That way, people will understand and know that I'm not a vicious killer or a crazy individual, that I'm just acting out role plays in my house of different characters that I'm creating as a coping mechanism of dealing with all the trauma that I've dealt with in my life. Kind of like a dog who's been abused sleeps all the time because it's been abused so much it just doesn't want to be awake. Every creature has coping mechanisms when they go through trauma. This is my coping mechanism. It's doing character role plays. It's acting out odd characters and things while I'm inside my house. I'll never take this out of my house or out of the studio. I'll never do any acting outside the studio. I'll never go out in public and take orders from a fictional character in my mind or something crazy like that. I've got every single character that I create categorized into an archive, which I have, and I'm creating fictional characters for cinematic works I plan to create in the future, and I'm acting them out in my house. And it's a really crazy process. I mean, but it's how I gain inspiration, by acting out things in my house, by acting out characters in my house. It's a subliminal defense mechanism to keep myself away from all the trauma that keeps holding me back, all the mold on my seed that keeps preventing my plant from sprouting, in a sense. If my mind were a plant, I could use that as a metaphor, but anyways, I'd say that pretty well concludes everything for this evening. I might just start recording my whole life and put it on the channel, so my friends and family can just literally look in my living room anytime they want, or look at my car, or look on my bike's camera anytime they want to see where I'm at or what I'm doing. So, I am signing off, and I think I'll be recovered and back to normal soon. But I guess this is normal now. I guess I've gained the ability to become an actor now, which means that I can forge fictional characters out of thin air, and I can archive these characters and place them into a database and make cinematic works or books or any other type of entertainment-based material off these characters I make, because everything I'm doing is for the sake of entertainment, purely for the sake of entertainment of other people in my life. So, it's purely for the sake of entertainment. I'm forging characters inside my house, so anybody that would say, oh, you know, I have mental problems or whatever, they're actually delusional, because I've made this statement, and I also made this statement on my Facebooks too. After the marriage, after all the bad relationships, blah, 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 all the crap I've been through, I've turned into what I am now, which is someone who forges fictional characters in his house. I can't beat this point to death enough. I mean, because that's what I'm doing right now. I'm beating a dead horse with a stick with this point, just to make sure that people understand that are in my life around me. They understand that my defense mechanism for all the trauma that I've dealt with in my life is to become a character factory, and basically forge all these different stories, ideas, and characters out of my own personality, and then put those characters into fictional works, which I will create in the future, and have already created several prototypes on Facebook. That's what I put on my Facebook profiles. The disclaimer I put on there basically just lets people know that it's a fictional character profile, and that the stories and the posts and things on it are just about almost 100% pure fiction, except for the ones I specified otherwise as being my true self posting it. But just making sure that every single person in my life knows, because I haven't got everybody on this channel yet, so it's still just a fledgling YouTube channel, which probably, hopefully, never gets big. I just want it for my friends and family to watch and basically keep in touch with me on a personal level, a really, really super intrapersonal level that I allow my friends and family in, and if the public chooses to come in and take a look at it, whatever. But I doubt anyone will, because I haven't labeled these videos with any keyword titles or anything like that, so I doubt anybody that doesn't really know me will ever look up this channel. So, anyways, people, Blair Witch Project over. Video completed. See, that was an act right there, but yeah. I'm an author and a character creator. I act out role plays in my house. I never act them out in public. I don't believe in any of the fictional characters I create, because then I'd be delusional if I believed in the fictional characters I created. I don't believe in them. They are just simply fictional characters. So remember that, people. Friends, family, aliens, whatever's out there watching this. That was a joke, but remember, I am still sane, and I am doing something for my business, because I have a small business that I'm trying to get off the ground. So what better way to do it than provide entertainment and serve the public? That's what businesses are for, right? That's what corporations are for, right? Serving the public. So that's what I'm attempting to do. Not on this YouTube channel, but I'm just allowing people to see behind the scenes of my life on how I create my characters and how I forge my fictional stories and stuff like that. So, thanks for tuning in, and talk to you all later. Nuggie.